Buckle up, today the video is at high speed reaching 340 km per hour. That's because we're going to talk about the fastest and most expensive cars in the world. There are even rumors that Cristiano Ronaldo has one of these in his garage. Without further ado, let's go to the video, but first, leave that like and subscribe, right guys? In 20th place is the Ferrari LaFerrari. Costing way less than $1.4 million, the Ferrari LaFerrari is one of the cheapest supercars on this list. Given its age, it's at a point where it's not old enough to be a rarity, but it's not a rarity either. Of the most current models of the Italian brand, it might even look like a bargain compared to other cars shown here. Introduced in 2013 with 963 horsepower and a top speed of 354 km per hour, it is still the fastest and most powerful Ferrari ever produced. It had only 499 units produced until 2016. In 19th place the Pagani Huayra. Undoubtedly one of the best-looking cars on the list, the Pagani Huayra costs $1.4 million and has the same problem as the LaFerrari, being an older model. Produced manually, the hypercar had 100 units assembled in the coupe version between 2012 and 2018, with a further 20 units made in the BC version, which appears below, between 2017 and 2019. All use the same V12 engine from Mercedes-AMG, delivering 730 horsepower. In 18th place the McLaren Elva. The McLaren Elva is one of the latest sports cars launched by the British brand. Even without the windshield, which are optional, or roof, the Elva still has good reasons to win over customers, with 815 horsepower from its 4.0 V8 biturbo engine. At first, McLaren announced only 399 units, but this number was reduced to just 249 vehicles. That is, one more reason why few are able to buy this machine that costs $1.7 million. In 17th place the Ferrari Monza. Like the McLaren Elva, the Ferrari Monza SP1 and SP2 also bet on having no roof or windshield. As the name implies, the SP1 has only one seat, while the SP2 has a second seat. Apart from that, both are practically the same, with the same 6.2 V12 aspirated engine, which generates 810 horsepower. Unfortunately, we will never see one of these running on the streets, as they cannot be homologated due to the lack of a windshield. But anyone who wants to buy them to use on the racetrack will have to pay $1.7 million. In 16th place the Bentley Bacalar. One of the most exclusive sports cars on the list, the Bentley Bacalar will only have 12 units produced, making some of the limited cars on the list look like they're in massive series production. While the opulent design is the first thing that catches the eye, Bacalar is far from lazy when it comes to performance. With Bentley's famous 6.0 W12 turbo engine, this car delivers 659 horsepower and 91.8 kgfm of torque. If you have $1.9 million left over and want to buy one, I'm sorry but it's too late. Bentley says it has already delivered all the units to its buyers. In 15th place the Pininfarina Battista. Named after the studio's founder, Battista Farina, the Pininfarina Battista delivers the kind of performance, and price, that would make the Italian proud. Unveiled at the Geneva Motor Show, Switzerland, in 2019, the Battista is fully electric and has only 1,852 horsepower. If a regular supercar seems slow to you, then you'll be glad to know that the Battista goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in under 2 seconds. Pininfarina plans to produce 150 Battista units, each costing $2.5 million. In 14th place the Mercedes-AMG Project 1. Mercedes-Benz has been promising to launch the production version of the Project 1 hypercar for a long time. It was announced in March 2017, with the first concept appearing in the same year. We even saw the prototype at the Sao Paulo Auto Show in 2018. And 5 years later, it looks like it will finally be released, with over 1,200 horsepower and for $2.7 million. In 13th place the Aston Martin Victor. The people at Aston Martin know very well what it's like to make a unique car. So it's hard not to get excited about Victor, the British brand's most exclusive project. Based on the 177 platform, the sports car uses parts from several other Aston Martin models, including the Vulcan, made just for the racetrack, and the future Valkyrie hypercar. Even the engine is special, with a 7.3 V12 of the 177, but completely rebuilt by Cosworth to generate 847 horsepower and 113.5 kgfm. The most special thing about it is that only one was produced to order and the price, according to rumors, would be almost $3.0 million. In 12th place, the Bugatti Bolide. While it's certainly the wildest looking Bugatti on the list, the Bolide isn't the most expensive. This special Chiron-based version is priced fairly reasonably for this list at $3.0 million. Its engine may be the same 8.0 W16 quadri-turbo that the brand has used since the Veyron, but delivering no less than 1,850 horsepower. This track-built monster promises to be able to accelerate to 500 km per hour in 20.16 seconds. It will only have 40 units. In 11th place, the Aston Martin Valkyrie. Aston Martin's future hypercar, the Valkyrie, is not even in stores and has already sold out. Officially, the British brand doesn't say how much it costs, but estimates point to something between $2.60 and $3.9 million, with some pointing out that the exact value would be something around $3.2 million. Whatever the case, whoever buys it will get an impressive car. Its 6.5 V12 engine made by Cosworth produces 1,176 horsepower and 124.4 kg/Fm, which means that its top speed should exceed 320 km per hour. The manufacturer will only make 150 units of the regular Valkyrie and another 25 of the future AMR version. In 10th place, the W Motors Lykan Hypersport. Dubai-based manufacturer W Motors shocked the world by introducing the Lykan Hypersport in 2013, costing $3.4 million, and even appearing in Fast and Furious 7. With LED headlights inside a titanium housing and topped with 420 15-carat diamonds, and a holographic center instrument panel, it's no surprise that it was the third most expensive car in the world when it launched. Today, it has dropped to 6th position on our list, which is still impressive. It has 791 horsepower and 132.7 kg/Fm from its 3.76-cylinder biturbo. If you are passionate about cars like I am, you will be in the video and you will fall in love with these 10 that I left for last, and they agree between us they are breathtaking as they are so beautiful. In 9th place, the Pagani Huayra Roadster BC. Following the old Pagani recipe, the convertible version of the fierce Huayra BC was inevitable. Last year, the Italian brand finally presented the Huayra Roadster BC, a monster of 811 horsepower and 145 kg/Fm. Interestingly, instead of just being a variant without a fixed roof, Pagani still added 50 horsepower more compared to the coupe, tweaking the 6.0 V12 engine made by Mercedes-AMG. In addition to being delighted to hear the glorious sound of this engine without having a roof in their way, owners will still be happy to know they have an ultra-rare car, as Pagani has limited production to just 40 units, each for $100. $3.5 million. In 8th place, the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. One of the cars that stole the show at the Geneva Motor Show like never before was the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, a special edition sports car with a focus on aerodynamics, weight reduction and power distribution. The engine is the same 8.0 W16 quadri-turbo as always, maintaining 1,600 horsepower, but it reaches 6,900 revolutions per minute, 200 revolutions per minute more than before, while the automatic transmission has been recalibrated. The Pure Sport still has a revised body, gaining a larger rear wing and a more aerodynamic front. Produced since late 2020, it retails for $3.6 million. Based on the Aventador SVJ, this aggressive-looking Lamborghini is the brand's first to feature an electrified engine. In addition to using the SVJ's 6.5 V12, the Son adopts a 48-volt mild hybrid system, delivering a total power of 819 horsepower, which makes it the most powerful model the company has ever made capable of riding on the streets. The Asenza SC V12 has 830 horsepower, but it's made for circuit riding. As the number 63 on both sides of the rear wing indicates, it will only have 63 units, costing $3.6 million. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus occupies 6th position. In 2019, Bugatti once again broke a speed record with a modified version of the Chiron, which went over 300 miles per hour. The Supersport 300 Plus is the production version of that car, made to celebrate the occasion, slashing a whopping $3.9 million. Limited to just 30 units, the Supersport 300 Plus is a beautiful version of the Chiron, with a flowing body and a beautiful two-stripe paint job. Despite carrying the name 300 in the name, the sales version had its speed limited to only 277 miles per hour. In 5th place was Lamborghini Veneno. Lamborghini produced just 14 examples of the Veneno, an Aventador-based car that was sold between 2014 and 2015. With each unit costing around $4.5 million, depending on how it was configured, it was once the most expensive car in the world and still holds this title within Lamborghini. It was sold in coupe and convertible versions, using a more powerful version of the Aventador's 6.5 V12, with 750 horsepower and 95.4 kg/Fm, which allowed it to accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in 3 seconds. Now in fourth place, the Bugatti Divo. Among the latest cars that Bugatti has released, the Divo is one of Motor1.com's favorites. Despite sharing many of its lines with the Chiron, the Divo has a lot more than a different look to justify the higher price tag. By adding lighter wheels, a carbon fiber intercooler and removing some of its sound insulation, Bugatti made the Divo weigh 35 kilograms less than the Chiron. Although it has the same 1,600 horsepower, the Divo has a different aerodynamic setting, making it 8 seconds faster on the Nardo test track, Italy. There are only 40 units and Bugatti sold each one for $5.8 million. In position 3 is the Mercedes Maybach Exelero. Like many sports cars on the list, the Mercedes-Benz Maybach Exelero is a one-of-a-kind car. It was made to order for Fulda, a German subsidiary of Goodyear, to test their new tires, debuting in 2004. Mercedes made the Exelero based on a Maybach and fitted the same V12 biturbo engine with 700 horsepower and 141 Nm of torque. The declared maximum speed is 350 km per hour and, adjusting for current values, the Exelero would cost more than $10 million. Second, the caged monster at Bugatti La Voiture Noire. Sold for an absurd $18.7 million. The Bugatti La Voiture Noire was the most expensive car in the world, and you can even say that it still has that title officially. The reason for this discussion is on the next car on the list. Created as a modern version of Jean Bugatti's Type 57 SC Atlantic, the La Voiture Noire adopts the same 1,500 horsepower and 221.2 kg/Fm 7.0 W16 quadriturbo as the Chiron. It has no less than 6 exhaust outlets, a single front and the brand's logo illuminated on the rear. The only unit of this car has already been sold and no one knows who owns it. It was even speculated that Cristiano Ronaldo would have bought the sports car. And now the most awaited by everyone in the first place, with its value you can buy a mansion anywhere in the country, the Rolls-Royce Boattail. This Rolls-Royce is why you can't beat the hammer that the Bugatti La Voiture Noire is the most expensive car in the world. Made to order, the Boattail is a successor to the stunningly beautiful 2017 Sweptail, which reportedly sold for $12.8 million. It has a unique two-tone paint job, luxury cabin finish and a suite with champagne fridge and integrated sunshade. This could be the most expensive car in the world if Rolls-Royce confirmed rumors that it sold for $28.0 million, but the company does not reveal the value of any of its made-to-order vehicles. What did you think of today? I just loved the video, and if you liked it too, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.